Welcome back to the channel. This is Andrew, running with Dr. Andrew, and today I'd like to start a new series that will cover my top 10 races that I have ran. I'd like to kind of share with you the medal, the story of it, and also just my total experiences, how I enjoyed, and also maybe the location too. So we'll do again a series of 10. Today will be number 10 of the races that I ran. So the first one that we're going to share with you is the Corpus Christi Harbor Half. That was my very first half marathon I ran. I did not know what I was getting into. I had just turned 30. And so I never ran anything longer than maybe a 10K at that point. And I was very excited to run this half marathon, and did as much training as I could. And training in Corpus Christi, Texas, it's very, very hot year round, so high humidity, and definitely I was just a very young endurance runner, so not very experienced at all. Didn't do any weight training, just ran. That's all I did. And so the first time I did was very lots of different experiences. So it's actually the first race after I ran it. I didn't know if I was going to run another long race like that again. I was like, is this something that I am, up to do this? So it's something that, I wanted to explore a little bit more there. So how the race went, it's pretty flat most of the time, except for whenever you go over the Harbor Bridge in Corpus Christi. It goes over the bay, Corpus Christi Bay. You climb over the bridge, and then you go down towards the bay. And so along the bay area, and it's mostly flat through that area. But that bridge is pretty long. It's a little bit going towards the turnaround is a little shorter. A little bit less steep compared to coming back. It's much steeper. So you turn around. Around mile 5, I experienced on my right knee, I believe, IT band syndrome, iliotibial band syndrome. So it's basically pain on the outside of your knee. Very painful. It started tweaking a little bit, then it started getting a little worse as I went on. I think at that point, the reason why I was feeling that pain, because I was probably going faster than I was used to, because I had all the other runners around me, and I wanted to go fast. I wanted to get a good time for my first time running this marathon or half marathon. So I was having pretty good pain, pretty close to 8 miles. Was actually starting to have pain on my other knee as well. So that was about 8 miles, and so I had to kind of walk and jog for 5 miles. And it was very difficult, in a lot of pain anytime I took a step or started running. I had a lot of severe pain on the outside of my knee. And so when you have IT band syndrome, it's a friction issue along your lateral condyle of your knee, and you get a lot of friction, causes a lot of pain, and it's only a certain degree, and I just barely could run. It was definitely very difficult for me. By the time I got to the bridge, mile 11, it was pretty steep, so I knew I had at least a couple miles to go. And coming through the finish line, I didn't know if I was going to finish this race or not. And I was glad I finished. It was my first one. And then what happened was, I don't have this picture, but I had the picture in the beginning before the race, and it's usually in October, so it's a little cooler in the October time. And you see a little blood around my nipples on there. I was wearing a cotton shirt, so in fact the picture that I have to share with you is a cotton shirt. It's a race shirt, and so I was like, well, let's wear the race shirt. That'd be great to do, and to wear. And sure enough, you saw a little blood coming down on my shirt, on the race shirt there, and it was quite an experience, because I had a lot of pain in more than one place. So, and being a new runner, not knowing especially distance runner, not knowing what type of equipment. I was like, oh, I'll be fine with this. I trained with cotton shirts on, no big deal, and definitely it was a big deal there. So definitely learned the what chafing really is like when you do these endurance runs. So you get a finisher's medal. I hadn't ran a race where you get a finisher's medal, so I thought that was pretty cool. And back then, you just get like a little medal like this. This is probably about the size of a $50, and so everyone knows now your race medals are like as big as buckles. They're huge compared to this little tiny one. So I had to stop the camera for a little bit just to show you the difference. I went to grab another medal off my rack there. So this is the Kansas City Half Marathon one, and this is the Corpus Christi Half Marathon. Harbor Half Marathon. So you can see the difference compared to the 2 years. This was back in 2019, 2008. So definitely they've come a long way of the medals. So this is what a lot of people really love running for, is these finishers medal. I like it too. So it's kind of fun to get these. I like displaying them on a curtain rod. You might have seen my medals before during some of the videos there. And so, yeah, the next day after work, I think that was I think it was a Sunday race, I believe. Yeah, it was a Sunday race. I can't remember. I think it was. It's been a long time ago. So, so about 14 years ago. And then with this race, and so the next day after work, I barely could walk. I was in a lot of pain. It took me a while to really get back to running, weeks. And it's because what I did was I didn't train enough. And during the race, I went too fast, too far, and I probably didn't train to run long enough as well. So my body wasn't used to doing that distance, and maybe even at that speed. And also, the road terrain was a little bit different on the road compared to my training area. I was running on sidewalks compared to on the road. And so I think that does make a little difference. You're not used to that kind of leaning position on what roads do during the gutter, or what they do to help with the runoff on the roads and things like that during rain. So that is my number 10 favorite races and stories too that I like to tell everyone about this race there. So let me know in the comments, what is your favorite or one of your top 10 races? I'd like to know in the comments, so that way we can kind of chat about your favorite top 10 races there. And it doesn't have to be whatever one you want to do. If it's your most favorite or whatever, so each week I'll ask this question, and you let me know in the comments, hey, this is my favorite one. You can even I don't think there's a way on, I have a Facebook running with Dr. Andrew DPT Facebook, so definitely go and like that, and then I'll post this video on Facebook, and in the comments just show me a picture of that medal. And I'd like to know, what is your favorite medal too. That'd be great to kind of see that as well there, and also maybe get some of you guys to get on to the Facebook as well, with the Running with Dr. Andrew DPT running Facebook. So this concludes this video. I hope everyone likes this, and definitely I'll try to next Friday, this will be posted on Saturday, and I'll definitely post another new video on my top 10 favorite races. And again, this is the Corpus Christi Harbor Half. Great race to run. Alright guys, everyone keep safe, keep running, and we'll see you next time.